It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta comes into this one after the win against the Celtics in Boston. A great win for them, and they rose to the occasion and pulled off the upset, riding high right now. And as we come up to the midway point of the season, Kenny, we're seeing some of the veterans who started slower now picking up the pace.
Well, I think early on, a lot of times, if you've been in the playoff for some veterans, the early going in the season is a little mundane. But then as you start seeing the light at the tunnel, they don't pace themselves anymore.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, Wesley Matthews. He's a guy getting integrated right now, still settling in with his new team.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it all hype, or will it be reality? We're about to find out, along with the fans in this stadium and the people watching at home.
And you can feel the excitement in here today, guys. I mean, anytime you add a player of his caliber, it is going to be a huge lift for your team. And they get the first bucket of the game on that one.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
Some solid numbers once again for Zach Randolph with Memphis last year. He just keeps plugging away, grinding out, no pun intended, chugging along and producing.
Yeah, 16 points, about 10.5 rebounds for Zebo. I mean, he's a classic power forward and always gives you the numbers, even though he still plays under the rim.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Atlanta, Enes Kanter is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's Mullen. Then there's Carter. And it's Hardaway in at the point.
And, you know, for Randolph, he's been in the league so long and still puts up double-double numbers. Averaged a double-double in 8 of his last 10 seasons. Remarkable.
Now here's Iverson. He picked up 24 points in their last one against Portland. That's good.
In that height, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Hardaway kicks to Randolph. And there's the feed to Carter. Picked by Randolph. Carter, the pass to Randolph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And for Zach Randolph, at his experience level, to put up 15 and 10 or better, the last player to do that back in 1999. So it's a rare feat.
Iverson gets the bucket. Iverson's got his first bucket of the night.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Kanter kicks to Mullen. Picked by Randolph. To the middle. It's intercepted. George dishes to Henson. The shot's good on the assist by George. Henson's got his second basket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Randolph kicks to Mullen. There's a screen by Kanter. Hardaway for 3. Atlanta gets it back. Back to Mullen. Outside Randolph. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Back to Mullen. And there's the 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Atlanta, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, Orlando, 3 games behind.
And right now for the Magic, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
Yeah, it's been ugly. I mean, we knew things were going to have to fall in the perfect place for them to contend, but nothing did.
Here's Mullen. Paul George making his last shot. Kanter with a screen on Iverson. Carter against Iverson. Clock at 6. Carter inside the three-point line. His shot no good. Iverson with some nice D. Magic leading by 4. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
George passes to Fareed. Rebound, Atlanta. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
They needed a few extra minutes to get the W in that game, but they got it just the same.
I like the way they handled themselves in that overtime period, Greg. They had a whole lot left in their game in that extra period.
Clark, one thing about the Hawks last year is they were very strong on the road, as you could have guessed.
Yeah, but Kevin, they struggled a little bit down the stretch on the road, but still managed to have the best road record in the East.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And how about that road record for the Hawks? 25-16 last season. 9 of those wins came during that 19-game winning streak in early 2015.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
Boy, you look at the Hawks, and they seem to be built to play on the road because they can survive a player having an off game. They're so deep and versatile. Team basketball is a lot less prone to go cold when you're on the road.
And Cantor drops them both.
You know, it's the 3rd straight year now for the Magic where they finished at the bottom of the Southeast Division. I mean, there was some shuffling at the top, but the Magic still couldn't make up any ground on the rest of the division.
Now here's Henson. Back to George. Henson with the screen. George passes to Cassell. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Fires the 3. And Paul George. Good for the 3. George has got 5 now. For the Orlando Magic, they were once the powerhouse of this Southeast Division. Took home 3 straight division titles, 08, 09, and 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, that just goes to show how fortunes can change in the NBA. The Magic just can't get any momentum, it seems. And until they start building around something, they'll still have problems in the rough and tumble Southeast.
Here's Mullen, and gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Magic.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Sullinger's checked in for Orlando. And Mullen drops them both. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's assumed that will have to be the goal as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
Here is Carter, following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. Carter with it, now guarded by Fareed. Cantor sets the pick for Carter. He feeds it to Mullen, unloads, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012.
Now, here's George. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland. Iverson, no luck.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Carter against Cassell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
Portis, he's checked in for Farid. And he's good on the second.
And what a year last year for the Hawks. And what a job they did in their division. So many people thought Washington or Miami would run away with the Southeast, but the Hawks took that division by storm.
For the Hawks, it was the first time they have won their division in 21 years. Hard to believe, Clark, given how often they're in the playoffs.
And, you know, the last time they won their division, it was when they were in the Central back in '94. Just another great moment for what was an incredible season for the Hawks last year.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. On the wing, Iverson. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Randolph, a screen on Cassell. Hardaway dishes to Randolph. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Zach Randolph.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Sullinger, once again off the mark, Orlando. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. There's a screen by Cantor. Shot off the pick. Again, the Hawks score.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Orlando trailing here. Iverson outside. And nothing is falling for him right now. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. The Magic have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. George against Mullen. George passes to Portis. Here's Cassell. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. The Hawks shooting 45% from the field early. Hardaway with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Randolph can't hit. Magic have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. George with no one around. Goes back up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Paul George. He's averaging about 19 points per, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And once again, last season, the Magic were near the bottom of the East. Only 15 wins for them against the rest of that conference.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for George. Matthews comes in for Allen Iverson. And it's Felton in for Cassell. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Cantor. Luis Harkless comes in for Zach Randolph. Booker, he's checked in for Mullen. And Barea subbed in for Hardaway. And the Magic have been a bit of a doormat for the East the last few seasons, it seems, Clark.
Well, we'll put some numbers on that for you, partner.
Yep.
They've finished in the bottom 3 each of the last 3 seasons. The plan is to collect talent, and they've done that, but it hasn't gelled or matured to the point of being consistent yet.
Orlando leading. Outside, Felton. Outside, Matthews. Here's Sullinger. Nails the baby hook. Now, here's Barea. 9 points last game out. Dishes it to Booker. And here's Barea. Carter drives it. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
Check out the fellas. Check out his teammates over on the bench. So they are going crazy.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Here's Portis after the basket by Atlanta. No one near Felton as he lets it go. Cans the shot from the wing. And the Magic lead by 4. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against the Trailblazers.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
Yeah, the level of energy they had, guys, in the win wasn't matched by their opponents, and that rebounding difference, I think, was indicative of that.
Now, here's Felton. 1:58 left here in the first quarter. Matthews goes in. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Now, there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And Booker kicks to Barea. Cans the shot from the wing.
Assist goes to Devin Booker.
1:27 left here in the opening quarter. Outside, Felton. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Pass to Portis. Pick up by Hill for 3. Felton. Rebound by Olynyk. The Hawks trail by 4. Barea kicks to Olynyk. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Olynyk's got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
52 seconds left here in the first quarter. Felton dishes to Sullinger. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
That free throw good from Sullinger. The Magic making a switch here. Hezonja's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Hill's checked in. Free throw's good from Sullinger. The Hawks trail by 4. Now Barea. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Pick up by Hill. And Sullinger kicks to Hill. The Magic again can't hit. Hawks shooting 47% from the field to start things off. Here's Barea. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Barea's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Sullinger outside. 3 seconds left. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Magic lead by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove.
Defensively, offensively,
Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove, Greg, but seems to me he's already known for being that kind of guy.
Yeah, that's a great point. Anybody who plays against him knows he looks plenty strong when you're banging with him. But if he needs to push and motivate himself by playing with a chip on his shoulder, well, a lot of guys have gone a long, long way in this league using that method.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for him. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. George Hill out there with Hardaway. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. And it's Mullen in at the 3. Kanter's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And here's Iverson outside. Here's Fareed. Can't get it to go. Excellent D from Kanter. The Hawks trail by 4. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Iverson against Mullen. Outside Hardaway. 5 to shoot. Here's Olynyk. No good on the 3. Magic leading by 4. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Iverson passes to Hezonja. The jump hook. The shot misses. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
Exactly. Guys, they're clearly the better team, but you can't take anybody for granted. They're all NBA players. They get their checks twice a month across the league, so you've got to come prepared and focused and ready to play.
That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. Iverson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, there was plenty to be happy about last year in Atlanta with the way the Hawks played. One sour note, though, was that the team was viewed as a potential buy for Seattle groups.
And Matthews kicks to Iverson. Hardaway with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Oh! Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there. Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
Passes it to Hezonja. Inside, here's Henson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Henson's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Well, last season, the Hawks not only had a great year on the floor as they were the top seed in the Eastern Conference, but they had a pretty good day at the bank, too. They sold for a nice price. Looks like the team is going to stay in Atlanta where it belongs.
Yeah, and that's great news for Atlanta, and they were rewarded with a terrific season. A group, including Grant Hill, purchased the Hawks, and obviously will keep that group in Atlanta for many years to come.
George is checked in for Orlando. Cassell comes in for Wesley Matthews. And then for Atlanta, Zach Randolph's checked in for Kelly Olynyk, and it's Carter in for Hill. George against Mullen. 6 to shoot. Randolph a screen. A clear look for Hardaway. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Cassell gets the bucket.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here is Carter. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Celtics in Boston. Let's go. And it comes off the front of the rim.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Iverson. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. And now it's an 8-point Orlando lead.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here is Carter. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the call. It's a foul in Orlando. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it, and he was probably the deciding factor.
Greg, we've seen it so often. I mean, when you're talking close games, it typically comes down to free throw shooting, and he was on target from the stripe. And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Portis, he's checked in for Fareed. Vince Carter hits them both. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. The starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
A clear look for George. And there the Magic with another bucket.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here is Hardaway. He was definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. Just 5 to shoot. Randolph, good on the baseline J. Randolph's got 10 points in the game.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And, guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
Clark, when you take a look at John Henson, you see one thing, length.
Yeah, a lot of it, too. I mean, he measures 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at the 2012 NBA Combine. His standing reach is actually 3.5 inches greater than that of Anthony Davis. Wow.
Wow is right. That one is no good.
And talking about Henson, obviously the great length helps him as a shot blocker. The young center is also very quick off his feet. He's averaged around 2.5 blocks a game over the past 2 seasons. He's also been contributing some as a rebounder, though really needs to add some weight to kind of take it to that next step.
Iverson kicks to George. The pass to Portis. Orlando moving the ball around. Shoots from 14. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, that's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
Kicks it out to Mullen. Kept alive by Atlanta. Cantor dishes to Mullen. Randolph goes in. Orlando leading by 6.
Getting back to Henson, last year was an odd one for him. I mean, he was starting. Then in February, he was benched in favor of Zaza Pachulia. That might be a hint to Henson that he needs to put a little more work into his game to maintain a place in the rotation.
Now here is Hardaway. To the paint. Here's Cantor. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for the Magic. Booker, he's checked in for Atlanta. The Hawks have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
Stolen by Cantor. Here's the break. No good from Booker.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Lost to Cassell. Tries yet again. Nice shot by Portis. And the Magic lead by 5.
They've owned the offensive glass here in the second.
And making a point of getting in there and vying for missed shots.
Hardaway passes to Cantor. Feeds it to Carter. 5 to shoot. Back to Kanter. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Now here's Iverson. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. That's 7 points for Iverson.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Kanter kicks to Hardaway. Randolph a screen. Hardaway dishes to Randolph. Misses in close. Magic leading by 6. Here's Cassell. 20 points for him last game against Portland.
And don't forget about his playmaking in that game either. I mean, he did a great job of attacking the D and creating opportunities for both himself and his teammates.
Iverson gets the bucket.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Kanter with a screen on Cassell. At the elbow, Randolph lets it go from 14. Randolph missing again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Sullinger with the ball. Kanter covering. Sullinger a screen on Hardaway. Here's Iverson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
For the Magic, Solomon Hill comes in for George. And it's Felton in for Cassell. Atlanta also making some changes here. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Enes Kanter. Reese Harkless comes in for Zach Randolph. And Barea subbed in for Hardaway. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Few would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
The Hawks trail by 11. Barea kicks to Harkless. Harkless with the screen for Carter. They set the pick to the inside. Off the run. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already. Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
Now, here is Hill. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. No good from Booker. Magic leading by 9. Outside, Felton. He dishes it to Matthews. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
The Hawks trail by 9. Barea, the pass to Harkless. Kicks it to Carter. There's the dish to Barea. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed.
For 3.
Carter's got 3 assists in the game.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
Now here's Felton. Matthews, no one around him, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Booker dishes to Olynyk. Here's the screen. And Hill has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Matthews with the rebound. Orlando leading by 6. Outside, Felton. He kicks to Sullinger. Fade away. Here's Hezonja. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Shot's good. Magic leading by 5. Felton with the ball. Sullinger a screen on Hill. Felton kicks to Sullinger. And Sullinger missing.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks. Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Magic have gone 6 of 9 at the line.
And thus far, really not their year when you talk about free throw shooting, only around a 70% clip on the season.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Kenneth Faried's checked in for Solomon Hill. Both free throws good from Felton.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Hill kicks to Harkless. Out to the right wing. Now here's Barea. Tight defense on him. On the wing, Hill. Clock at 6. They set the pick. To the middle. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Sullinger. That'll do it for the first half. Magic out in front, leading by 7. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. In the second quarter, we began to see what they're capable of when everything starts clicking, as they pulled out to a 7-point lead by the end of the half. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, what's really shifted the game in their favor has been their rebounding. They got a good edge on the boards, and that's a product of their hard work. All 5 guys been battling, putting everything they have to fight on the glass. That needs to remain the focus for 2 more quarters if they want to hang on to that lead.
Talk to me, Kenny. How did you think Atlanta played?
They ran into a buzzsaw, and it was on full blast. And once they fell behind, the crowd got into it, and it seemed that they lost a lot of confidence. They started pressing, forcing things, and it made it worse. So in the second half, relax, man. Just remember, there's 2 more quarters. It's a fresh start.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. What a game we're seeing from Allen Iverson.
And his play in that first half, how about the discipline to go along with the efficiency, guys? His shot selection was just perfect.
I agree. I mean, whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense is giving him and not trying to do too much. Very much playing within himself.
Magic leading by 7. Paul George is out there with Kenneth Faried. Then it's Iverson. Then it's Cassell. And it's Henson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
There's the pick. Randolph sets a screen for Carter. Left side, Randolph. And Kanter throws it down.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here are the Magic now, following the bucket by the Hawks. 6 on the shot clock. The drive by Iverson. Ball's knocked loose.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Enes Kanter. So it's Orlando now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
Now here is Hardaway. There's a screen. The feed to Kanter. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Kanter's got 6 in the quarter.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
The Magic have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Allen Iverson.
Free throw good. Iverson.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Iverson. 15 points and 5 assists. The assists have been coming for him, along with putting some numbers up from the foul line, too.
Yeah, I love the unselfishness and then also the tremendous focus that's been on display.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
To the paint. Here's Henson. That falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell. Cassell's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Now, here is Mullen. 5 on the clock. Back to Carter. Tries it from 19. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Faried's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to George. And again, it's Orlando converting.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
Well, free throw shooting, such an important part of the NBA game. And as the two-guard position goes, these have been the best in the league over the last 10 games. In the third spot, Vince Carter.
And this is a set of players that can drive and slash, hoping to draw contact. Because if they can get to the bucket and the foul, it's going to be a three-point play the hard way.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think even if they get whistled for a fair number of charge calls because of that aggressive mindset, it's worth it. When you're an elite free throw shooter, and these guys are, I think you've always got to be aggressive in trying to get yourself to the foul line.
For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on, and sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country. Got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 13th in second chance points, 16th in fast break points. And as far as fewest turnovers per game, not a strong suit. They've struggled here. Top 20 in the league. Those numbers can get you beat.
So it's Orlando now. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but, man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And Iverson gets it to go.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
The Hawks trail by 10. Outside Hardaway. Carter outside. Here's Cantor. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
Hardaway against Cassell. He feeds it to George. That doesn't go either for George.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Hardaway kicks to Randolph. Dishes it to Cantor. Pass to Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Mullen. Lets it go. And that one goes long.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Here's Cassell. He's got 6. Passes it to Iverson. Henson, a screen on Randolph. The drive by Iverson. Stolen by Randolph. Now here is Hardaway. To the middle. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Fareed. Here's Cassell. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Cassell's got 4 points in the quarter. The Hawks trail by 10. And here is Hardaway. There's a screen by Cantor. Hardaway kicks to Carter. Atlanta again missing.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Now Iverson. Carter's missing on the 3. Shot clock at 5. Goes up on the wing. That misses off the backboard.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Hardaway passes to Cantor. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Terrific game for Enes Kanter. He has 9 rebounds, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
Portis, he's checked in for the Magic. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Magic leading by 8. Cassell kicks to Iverson. Falls. Great assist by Sam Cassell. 19 points for Iverson. Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter.
Some numbers for Hardaway. Really been a key contributor over the past month. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
For sure. Great anticipation. Peripheral vision is there. Natural talent as well. Really shining through.
And the Magic making a change here. Matthews is checked in. Carter against George. Carter up top. He's got 5. A shot by Randolph. Nobody around. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Portis, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Magic lead by 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here is Carter. Back to Hardaway. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Benson's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
Boy, I tell you, last season was a big one for the Hawks and Coach Budenholzer. Their dominant season won him multiple Coach of the Month titles, and eventually he won the Coach of the Year award.
The Hawks trail by 10. Now Hardaway, picked by Randolph. It's Vince Carter on the wing. No one near him. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 5th assist in this one. Carter against Matthews. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by the Hawks. Cantor's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's Carter penetrating. And it's Carter again missing.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Here's Henson. Another miss by Orlando. The Hawks trail by 8. Cantor with a screen on George. Hardaway dishes to Cantor. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
I agree. Very good point.
That free throw, no good for the Magic. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Henson. And it's Felton in for Cassell. Atlanta also making some changes here. Olynyk, he's checked in for Randolph. Booker comes in for Vince Carter. And Barea subbed in for Hardaway. And he sinks the second. Magic leading by 7. The pass to Portis. Pass to Matthews. Left side, George. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
At the line for the Magic, Enes Kanter. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. The Magic making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Magic leading by 8. Outside Matthews. They set the pick. And George kicks to Matthews. And stolen by Booker. Feeds it to Barea. He dishes it to Olynyk. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
Over these last 10 games on the Magic schedule, this is how they stack up right here. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 8th in fast break points. And this is also what I would call a pretty solid offensive rebounding team. I mean, they've got a top 10 ranking in the second chance points category.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw 3rd fewest turnovers per game. Great decision making is so valuable, particularly down the stretch. Definitely a notch in their favor.
Shot clock at 3. And here's Felton from the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here's Barea. He's got 7. Kicks it to Olynyk. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. 9 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now, here's George. 11 points in the game. Shoots from the elbow, and that's good for 2. George has got 13.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game. Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Booker. Here's the dish to Mullen. Shoots from 12. Matthews with the rebound.
For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the 3rd. There's a screen by Kanter. Barea kicks to Olynyk. They can't stop the run with that one. The feed to George. Tries it from 19. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Magic lead by 12. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Hawks trail by 12. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Mo Harkless. Hardaway is out there with George Hill. Then it's Zach Randolph, and it's Carter in at the 3 slot.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Well, Orlando's shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady.
Orlando leading by 7. This is to Iverson. He kicks it to George. Henson against Randolph. There's a screen. Lock at 6. George, no good. An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
Here's Iverson after the made shot from Zach Randolph. George against Carter. Can't get the putback. The Hawks trail by 5. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's Hardaway. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Now here's Iverson. Pass to Cassell. Another miss by Orlando.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Carter drives in. At the elbow, Randolph. Rebounded by Fareed. Fareed's got his 5th rebound in this one. George passes to Iverson. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 8th assist in the game.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now here is Hill. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. And it's Carter missing. Magic leading by 5. Iverson kicks to George. Henson sets a screen for George. Inside. Rebound, Atlanta. Harkless has got his 3rd rebound on the night. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Harkless with the screen for Hill. Carter outside. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Shot from the wing. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And George kicks to Fareed. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Magic lead by 7.
really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Hardaway is screen on Fareed. There's the pick. Carter dishes to Randolph. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in. Fareed's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Down low. And slam dunk by Henson.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And Carter has it in the corner. The Hawks again can't hit.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Cassell, the pass to Iverson. To the left wing. Screen by Fareed. Cassell kicks to George. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I want to be the windshield.
No, maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Here's Hardaway. The Magic getting the bucket. There's a good screen. Iverson against Carter. He feeds it to Hardaway. Shot to stop the drought. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Orlando, Penny Hardaway. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Enes Kanter's checked in for Atlanta. Mullen comes in for George Hill. Second free throw, no good.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
The Hawks trail by 13. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Carter. There's a screen by Kanter. Carter kicks to Mullen. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level?
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Scott Skiles was going over with his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
Hardaway against Cassell. George with the ball. Now the pass to Cassell. For 3. The shot by George, no good.
It's a clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Iverson against Hardaway. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. And it's Carter again missing. Pushing it up. Here's George. No good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Here's Hardaway. Pass to Mullen. They get the rebound. Randolph. Some solid defense from Fareed.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plays.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And Orlando has possession. Vince Carter missing his last shot. Henson's shot is off. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit. And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. He's brought his hard hat and mean mentality to the glass with him today.
Cassell against Mullen. Outside for George. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. George has got the lead up to 14 now for the Magic.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Outside Hardaway. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Iverson kicks to Henson. Stolen by Cantor. Outside Hardaway. Feeds to Carter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Take a look here at what Carter's been doing. He has 9 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Carter hits them both. Here's Cassell. He dishes it to George. Fareed, a screen on Mullen. 6 to shoot. And George, here we go. Mullen with the defensive effort.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, it really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
To the paint, here's Cantor. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now here's Iverson. Screened by Fareed. And they double up Iverson. Henson the pass to Cassell. Iverson outside. From the stripe. Atlanta with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Kicks it to Cantor. Back to Mullen. And again, it's Atlanta.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
And really the focus right now is to stay hot. Not much time left to complete this comeback, so they've got to get it done now. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
1:41 left in the fourth. Hardaway dishes to Randolph. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Carter kicks to Randolph. In Atlanta again with the bucket. Here's Cassell. The dish to Iverson. To the inside. Henson shot is off. The Hawks trail by 6. Mullen passes to Carter. Cantor sets the pick for Carter. Mullen. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
And he's going up for the alley-oop, and it's George finishing it off.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers.
Carter outside, looking to get it going, and stolen by Iverson. Hardaway with the steal.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
Shooting for Orlando, Penny Hardaway. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 5.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Mullen dishes to Hardaway. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now.
Now here's Randolph. Back to Carter. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Randolph, a screen on George. Carter kicks to Randolph. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Shooting for Orlando, Zach Randolph. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And Randolph drops them both. Here's Cassell. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so they foul intentionally.
Sam Cassell.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancers. Come on, fans, let's get
up 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hardaway for 3. He's off from 3. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
at the line, shooting 2. Sam Cassell.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And so it's Orlando winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give them a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as the fans file out of the building, now time to head over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith for the postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Let's take a look now as we give our nod to our Jordan player of the game. He was the engine that drove this team the whole night, and his teammates had no problem harnessing the power of that motor.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous. He feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.